Live at Collect Co for part 2 of Friday night's live Facebook sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. And I had a bunch of stuff to do during the break, and I got very few of that done, but that's okay. I was trying to see what I sold on Discogs from earlier. Oh yeah, he paid for that. That's what it was. Let's see here. Yeah, when you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. What is this that shipped? Alrighty. Brent says he's hanging in. Let me get this shared in the group. I was checking to see some stuff that shipped, see what we're expecting tomorrow for new vinyl. And there's quite a bit actually, so hopefully definitely the URP stuff. Let's see what we got here. Alright, let's get this shared. A lot of records. Chat. Alright. There we go. Anybody want Rush Signals? I'm still selling these for $60 online. I've got them here for $36.99. Let me put up some new vintage. Let's see. Let's condense that with this. All right, so if you haven't already, please share. Welcome back for part 2. We're about to get started right now. Let me grab tonight's newest new vinyl arrivals, which is right here. I'm going to show a few of these again. Just a couple titles in here, though, but we've got multiple copies because it's some of our best sellers. Are you going to see Duran Duran? Maybe. There's a lot of concerts. There's somebody I probably need to go see. I'd like to go see, but I don't have plans to see them right now. Kiss is definitely on my radar, and then of course there's a couple bands, but I'll have to do some traveling, like Metallica. But I'm not going to miss them on this new tour, especially playing 2 nights with whole different set list. Probably have to go to Dallas to see them, but I know I'm going to that. I just got to finally sit down and make the plans. Could you dig up an All Things Must Pass and toss in my invoice? Well, I don't know where any are. That's the problem. I mean, we have them, but we don't really have them cleaned or graded yet. But Austin, I'll keep you in mind the next time we run across one. We probably have 5 or 7 in our back room. So, okay, so here's some new vinyl arrival. If you missed part 1, we have the Essential Stevie Ray Vaughan. This is a 2 LP hits compilation. All of his essentials, 17 tracks on 2 LPs. That is $36.99. The Essential Stevie Ray Vaughan. We have the Rush self-titled box set in. These are $59.99. In case you missed it, we now have these in stock. They're $59.99. These were very expensive on Discogs right before they pressed this new batch. These were, what, $125, $150 plus. And those are probably for opened. These are new and sealed. They're $59.99. I don't know what grammage it is. I'm assuming 180, but this is the only way they have that. There is no single LP. It comes in this box with extra stuff. Sounds amazing. We have Pink Floyd The Wall. That is $49.99. That's a 2LP remaster of Pink Floyd The Wall. You've seen a couple OG copies sell the last couple of nights on here. I've got another OG copy to show in just a second. I've mixed it in a crate. But if you need a new sealed copy, these sound great. I own one of these. I own an OG. I have a UK pressing. I have a half-speed master. I've never got a Japanese pressing. Those are pretty tough to get. But this is $49.99. $49.99. That is sold to Ken Crooker. Jen Baker also wants a Pink Floyd The Wall. And also original copies. If you're lucky enough to stumble upon one in the wild, you're never going to find one in our shop. They're always gone. I mean, we do the way we do these Facebook sales. We no Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin records are hardly left behind. So Jen Baker's also going to get a Pink Floyd. Sean Furman wants 2 of the Rushes. So let's just put him down on the waiting list. Floyd, Sean, let's put him down on the waiting list like he's buying another one, and we're having more of those delivered tonight. We have 3 entire crates of these Rush box sets. 3 crates full that's pre-sold, and I can read off that list if anybody needs me to again. Floyd, I only have you down for 1. Is it Floyd or Sean on here? I guess if you're on Facebook, it probably says Floyd, doesn't it? Floyd Furman, yeah. So I'll put you down for an additional one. We have Alice in Chains Facelift. Alice in Chains Facelift is $36.99. Still got plenty of these in stock. Facelift is $36.99. And we have Pantera Cowboys from Hell, $34.99. That's on colored vinyl. If you're looking for the other Pantera Power, we have Reinventing the Steel, Far Beyond Driven, and Great Southern Trendkill. We have all 5 of the Pantera albums in stock. Austin says he'll take 2 facelifts, and we have Tony Shore wants a Rush box. Yeah, so they'll be on this week's invoice. We've got them behind us already tagged, and there's the rest of them being delivered tomorrow. So even if they don't get delivered tomorrow, we'll go ahead and tag you for them because that's something we'd like. Box sets we try to get in and out. So even if they're delivered on Monday, we'll do it like the Smashing Pumpkins and tag them later. Joshua Lee Sparks on that. So we need to put down Tony and Floyd for a Rush. We got Panteras on hand. It looks like we got a few new or recent buyers buying some Alice in Chains. I want to make you aware of the other Alice in Chains smash record we have in stock, Dirt. Dirt is available, $38.99. That's a 2LP remaster. I have an entire probably truck full of these back there. Not that many, but it seems like we got a bunch. I really stocked up on those. I'm worried about them going out of print, and when they go out of print, they might get tough to get again, just like Facelift. So $38.99 for Alice in Chains Dirt. Also, if you're interested in other Alice in Chains albums, because Austin just asked, here's what you cannot get unless you're prepared to pay $200 plus. You cannot get Jar of Flies. You cannot get Unplugged. You cannot get their self-titled album. Any of the other ones. That's really the only 2 you can get right now for less than $40. All the other ones, I don't have them. I can't get them. They're not in print. There's no date. They have no idea when they're pressing them. They're not even being released. They're out of print. There's no word on production. It could be this year, next year, 2 years. Jar of Flies, Unplugged, self-titled, all those other great albums. We have no idea. So if you want one, you got to go to eBay or Discogs and be prepared to pay $200 plus. If you can find one from a reputable seller in the United States. That's the next problem. Find one from a reputable seller in the United States. So, okay, let me go through, let's see. Here's a crate of new vinyl from, I think last night. I need to go through one more time before I start getting into all the OG, because once we probably get OG stuff started tonight, we probably won't do much more new vinyl. So here's another crate. Yeah, this is it. Okay. We have Blondie Live. That is $33.99. That's a 2LP Live Blondie. Somebody asked about 45s earlier. Can I get a couple 45s in part 1? Wanting both cars and Elvis Costello, Every Day I Write the Book. I think those are both sold. Here's what's left in the 45s. Here's what's left in the 45s. Jimi Hendrix, The Bees, Costello, Every Day I Write the Book. That one's available. We can sell that one to Jason F., Dave Loggins, Ian Dury, Genesis, Bruce Springsteen, and Nick Lowe. That's the only thing left in the 45s. Those right there. Let's see here. Darren Wortman on Blondie. That's sold to Darren. is Cowboys the Rhino 180 gram. Cowboys is the colored vinyl. Cowboys from Hell is the colored vinyl. I don't think they're Rhino. They are limited edition. No, that's nothing to do with Atco. They are colored vinyl. White and whiskey brown marbled vinyl. That's colored vinyl. Pearl Jam 10, $28.99. Aerosmith Pump, 2LP, 180 gram remaster, $36.99 for Pump. We have Chicago's Greatest Hits, 2LP, or we have two of them available. Single LP, $31.99 for Chicago's Greatest Hits. $31.99 for Chicago's Greatest Hits. Adele 25, $29.99 for Adele 25. Coldplay Ghost Stories. Coldplay Ghost Stories is $31.99. Jen Baker wants an Aerosmith Pump. Sell that to Jen Baker. Blues Traveler. Travelers and Thieves. $49.99. Blues Traveler, Travelers and Thieves. That is $49.99. Black Label Society. Doom Crew Inc. Doom Crew Inc. is $39.99 for Black Label Society. That's also on colored vinyl. Limited edition clear and black ice. Gray and white splatter. Two LPs, maybe different colors. The Forrest Gump soundtrack, $36.99. Metallica Garage Inc., $54.99 for Metallica Garage Inc. And Led Zeppelin 3. Led Zeppelin 3, $31.99. $31.99. Floyd Furman needs a Cowboys from Hell. I don't think you've claimed one already. So there's one for Sean Floyd. He's Floyd on Facebook. He's Sean on YouTube. Cake Prolonging the Magic is $31.99. Cake Prolonging the Magic. That was a new release for this week. We have sold a bunch of them. I've got 5, 6, 7 there left, it looks like. There is over 30 pre-orders. That is $31.99. Another restock of Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army. $36.99 Puddle of Mud. I do have 2 on hand. No more waiting list. They've all been fulfilled. Unless we sell 2 more and we have to start another one. $44.99. A new release from Now Dance the 80s 3LP compilation. $59.99. Jared D. Jagger wants the Metallica Garage. That's sold to Jared. And Dave Matthews Band live at Red Rocks, August 15th, 1995. That is $119.99 for the Dave Matthews Band box set. $119.99. Now, last night we showed a Rush title, and it kind of, or excuse me, I showed a Metallica title, and it kind of sparked a lot of interest because a lot of people didn't know we had these in stock. So let me show them one more time. If you can name a Metallica album, with the exception of, I think, 1 or 2 right now, we may have it in stock. And here's the one that I think is now kind of back out of stock with suppliers, is Reload and Load. Load and Reload. 2 LPs. They're $39.99. They're new and sealed. Load, King Nothing, Hero of the Day, Until It Sleeps. And, of course, Reload has Fuel, Memory Remains, Unforgiven 2. Load and Reload. Those are $39.99. If you missed us showing those last night, they're available, along with pretty much all their first 5 or 6 albums, most of the stuff from the 90s and 2000s. I don't think I have a copy of Saint Anger in stock. I need to order some of those, surprisingly. Saint Anger sells better than you think. I know that's kind of hard to believe, but it sells better than you think. People need it to complete their collection. All right, so let's go back through. I think this is the very first crate we did tonight, which was check condition stuff. And let me put these right over here. Do you have an STP Core 30th anniversary box? Maybe. That's the CD. That's the vinyl and CD. Yeah, I don't have the vinyl one. I have the one with CDs and the LP, but I don't have the vinyl one. No. Austin wants a load and a reload. Good decision. Good decision. Anybody else, let me know. There's that. And yeah, here's this. We've had this a year. I'll do this on sale. This is Stone Temple Pilots Core. I'll do this for $74.99. It was $90. $74.99. 25th anniversary. 4 CD and DVD. 4 CD and DVD. Newly album remastered plus unreleased demos, B-sides, live, and acoustic performances. That's $74.99. I actually have 2 of those. If anybody wants that, I'll do that on sale. Okay, so back to the new arrivals. I'm going to go back through these one more time very quickly. Look to the release date for Crown Lounge. It's on Universal. 2-3 copies. Rush Prog fans. I will do that. Shania Twain. John, I ordered some last night. her big album's out of stock, but there was The Woman and Me was in stock, and her very first album. I have those on the way. They'll be here next week. But the other one by her, it's back out of stock. Okay, we have Bob Seger, Stranger in Town, EX $24.99. War, the music band, that's EX $24.99. White Witch was VG Plus $24.99. Country Joe and the Fish, Electric Music, VG Plus $14.99. Kansas, Point of No Return, VG Plus $14.99. Van Morrison, his band and the Street Choir, not a bad copy whatsoever, being EX $32.99 for Van Morrison, his band and the Street Choir. Pink Floyd, The Wall, here's the one I was talking about, $64.99. I have no condition notes on it. It's actually really clean. It's got a pretty decent cover to it. Actually really nice compared to most I see. That is $64.99. That's the only OG copy I have laying around right now. The Kids Are Alright, The Who, VG Plus $24.99. Fleetwood Mac Kiln House is EX $22.99. Kiss, Gene Simmons, VG Plus $29.99. Gene Simmons solo album. Eric Clapton Backless is EX $32.99. The Best of Firefall. This is EX $7.99, and that's in shrink wrap EX vinyl. Mike Post on the Gene Simmons. That's sold to Mike Post. Rocky, original motion picture score in shrink wrap. VG Plus $24.99 for Rocky. Surfing with the Astronauts is EX $27.99. Jonathan Berg, first on Firefall. That's sold to Jonathan Berg. The Beatles Rarities, EX $29.99. Surprised no one's grabbed this yet. Rare Beatles takes. That is EX $29.99. Gary, we've already sold Firefall. Queen, A Night at the Opera. This is a very clean copy. Red Electra label. Bohemian Rhapsody classic Queen album. $34.99. A Night at the Opera. The Band Cahoots. $34.99 for the Band Cahoots. Remember Me, Eddie Cochran is $19.99. London Town, Paul McCartney and Wings with poster. $29.99. Heart, Dreamboat Annie. This is a Nautilus Half-Speed Master from 1979. $49.99. Jared also wants Queen. Night at the Opera. Did you ship Enough's Enough? I have no idea. If you hadn't got a tracking number, then it hasn't been shipped to you. I have no idea. If it was in a last week's order, if it was in an order from last week and you hadn't got a tracking number, it hadn't shipped. Dave Edmunds Information, $19.99. Dave Edmunds Information. Arlo Guthrie is $19.99. Arlo Guthrie is $19.99. That's Amigo in shrink wrap. And White Noise is $19.99. That's $19.97. White Noise from 1997. Heyoka, The Spirit of Revelation, 2012 sealed, $34.99. And Horselips, Happy to Meet You from 1973, $39.99. That's on Atco with the octagon cover. Hooker, Rock and Roll is 2011 multicolored vinyl, $29.99. Hooker, Rock and Roll. So after you pay an invoice, Doug does all the shipping. Ed helped him last week. I actually hadn't packed an order in probably 2 years now, so I really don't know what's being shipped, what goes out. I barely know what comes in. I just know usually what I'm selling. So other than that, that's a question for the page, and somebody will reply to you. Or if you hadn't got a tracking number, it hadn't shipped. Gentle Giant, Three Friends, that is $19.99. Kelly Gordon, Defunct is $19.99. Ian Gillan Band was $24.99. Genesis Wind and Weathering, $24.99. Gary and the Pacemakers Greatest Hits, $19.99. John Fred and his Playboys, that's $19.99. Mike Langford wants GG, that was Gentle Giant. Waiting for somebody to take that. Procol Harem's Procal's Ninth, that is sealed, $29.99. Graham Parker, Howlin' Wind, $14.99. Odetta, Live in Japan, $39.99. And The World of the Partridge Family. The World of the Partridge Family. That's a 2LP featuring Shirley Jones and David Cassidy. Very nice copy. $24.99. Those are available if anybody wants them. Let me see. That was the crate from the very last part of the show, part 1. And let me go through this crate of 180 gram, and there's some vintage stuff in here too. Let me grab these. I didn't realize how much vinyl we went through tonight. We went through a lot during part one. Any more Jimmy? I actually have a whole bin of new vinyl. I don't have much OG stuff probably laying around. Those always get grabbed, but I do have several new pressings I can show you. James Taylor's Greatest Hits, $34.99. Willie Nelson's Greatest Hits, $24.99. Neil Young Decade, that's pretty much his Greatest Hits, $49.99. That's a triple LP. Jason Isbell is $26.99. AC/DC, $24.99. Margot Price, $19.99. And the Great Ray Charles was $19.99. Brent, we have already sold Gentle Giant. We've already sold Gentle Giant. Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy, $164.99. Neil Young Harvest Moon, $29.99. That's the etched version. The Stooges Funhouse, $39.99. And the Stooges Self-Titled is $64.99. That's what's available in that crate. If anybody wants anything, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and move some of these over. Put these in here. And let me grab this and these. I'm going to need empty crates here in a minute for 50% off stuff. Ryan Anderson says he's awake. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. I think this was the other crate of new vinyl from tonight. Yep, we had another crate of new vinyl. Wasn't much left in here, but Stooges are 2011 and 2018 presses. Kanye West, College Dropout, $36.99 for Kanye West. 311, that's pressed at RTI, 2LP, 311, $41.99. $41.99. Pearl Jam is $39.99, completely unplugged. That's on red vinyl. And Exodus is $59.99. Another Lesson in Violence, $59.99. Crash Test Dummies, $36.99. God Shuffled His Feet. We have System of a Down, Steal This Album, $36.99. System of a Down, Toxicity is $28.99. Screaming Trees, Music on Vinyl, $48.99. And Aerosmith, Get a Grip, $49.99. Alex Roman takes the last 311 we had. Amy Hutchings wants the Pearl Jam Unplugged. Why did the repressing of an album cost more than the original? Well, most of this in that last crate were like used, fairly new copies. New vinyl is not cheap whatsoever. So it's sometimes, almost always, more expensive than the vintage copies in a lot of cases. Certain copies, like a few weeks ago now, we had a 200 gram Rush Signals that was pressed in 2016. I think we auctioned it for well over $100. A nice, clean original would not bring half of that. Maybe. Top money would be $50 or $60. So there's a lot of cases where remastered copies definitely sell for more than originals. It is almost always the case, actually. Not always. There's a lot of exceptions. It just kind of depends. It's a very weird thing. But I've been asked that before. Jen Baker wants to Get a Grip, and of course more Cowboys from Hell. So like there's original Velvet Underground records that are $2,000. You can buy a new one for $30. And then there's some records where an OG is $14.99, and you can buy a new sealed remaster, and they're $44.99. So yeah. Stephen Chesney wants Toxicity by System of a Down. Prime example is like the Friday Music. Friday Music every week, they'll put out an album that we have every week in our bins for $9.99 or $14.99. Like, not this one, but I'm trying to find an example. The Doobie Brothers. Last week it was Toulouse Street. We sell those all the time for $15 and $20. The new pressing, a new one, a reissue, is $44.99. So, and we sold several of them. It's just new. They sometimes, and most of the time, sound better. And it's a lot more money to manufacture them. A lot of money into manufacturing new vinyl. Very expensive. Licensing, pressing it, shipping it, designing the covers, especially in 2023, it can get quite pricey. Let me do a little bit of condensing here. We love condensing crates. That means we're selling stuff. Let's see, that's all of tonight's new vinyl. Anybody else on any of those bins? I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab some 50% off stuff before I go any further. That's the last crate we went through earlier. That one there. And let me see what else I got over here. I've got more Japanese stuff here. And let me put these together right here. Okay. Does anybody need to see a recap of the Murfreesboro crate? If so, I can do that. And then probably the Japanese stuff tonight, we'll just make it a buy it now crate here in just a second. I'll go ahead and start doing some 50% off. So let me do that. Let me do that right now. Let me grab some 50% off stuff. I'm walking across the room right quick. Let me grab some 50% off records. Let me grab some 50% off records. Let me see what we got in here. I've got 2 more bins to go through. I think we can go through them tonight if I go fast enough. If we go fast enough, I think I can go through what I've got left over here tonight. We could get there. Hey, there's an America album. I know somebody's going to grab that. Atlanta Rhythm section. We were selling some of those earlier tonight out of new arrivals, so. Recap. Okay, I'll do it after this crate. If you factor the value of dollar compared to 70s, 80s, packs new albums, paid back. Beyond that, supply and demand. Yep, that's true. So a lot of people's like, wow, new vinyl, $40. There was somebody the other day in our group, some random person ended up in our group. He's like, I'll start buying records from you when they don't cost $40. He's talking about new LPs. And I was like, well, you're never going to buy a record again. Or he said, I'll start buying records when they stop costing $40. But there's another store I follow on YouTube, and he says now there's a rule, nothing under 30 when it comes to new vinyl, which I see stuff under 30. We have stuff under 30, but most of the time, new releases, like if you notice when you go out record store day shopping, record store day this year, I don't think there's hardly anything under $30. So it's, vinyl's not cheap. Michael, that was $49.99. $49.99 for the Heart Dreamboat Annie. We're going to do some very less than 30 records here. Most of this stuff's probably going to be $5 and $7 and $10. This is half off. I don't think it's the record companies. I believe it's cost. Vinyl is it's a petroleum product. A lot of plus licensing. The bands probably asking for more because they can't make money any way else. There's a lot of ways for bands selling their physical copy. About the only way they can make any money. Atlanta pictures. Atlanta is $7.50. Atlanta was $7.50. Paul Anka. Paul Anka is sealed, $10. I'll be telling you the half off price. It's a first come, first serve. First come, first serve. Ambrosia, $180. Ambrosia is $5. We have Daniel Amos, $15 for Daniel Amos. Doppelganger, that is $15. America Hideaway, I think that's the name of this one. Yeah, America Hideaway, $5 for America. Alarma, Daniel Amos, that's also $10. Chuck Berry's Golden Decade Volume 2, $17.50 for Chuck Berry's Golden Decade Volume 2. Fats Domino, Fats is back, that's $7.50. Jethro Tull, Passion Play, $10 for Jethro Tull. And Art Garfunkel Watermark, $5. Also, Michael Nath wanted the America. Let me figure out what I've done with that. A Dreamboat Annie. It's in that green crate. I can dig it out in just a second, but let's just make sure we don't forget that. First to America was also Michael Nath. And Michael, I'll pull the heart for you in just a second. And Kick Thy Own Self, Brother Dave Gardner, $5. Brother Dave Gardner. Frida, Something's Going On. Frida is sealed. That's $10. Stan Getz Voices is $10. And we have Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle, $5. Patti LaBelle, Be Yourself. That is sealed for $10. Brother, Brother, the Isleys, VG Plus, $7.50. Blood Rock 2 is $10. And Poco, Under the Gun, $5 for Poco, Under the Gun. John Denver, Farewell Andromeda, that is $7.50. And John Denver, Airy, that is $7.50. Let's see here. Michael Nath, America, America, America. We already got those pulled. Aaron Gardner on Patty LaBelle. Patty LaBelle, that is Aaron Gardner. He wants both patties. Thank you for letting me know so quickly. Those are sold to Aaron Gardner. Stephen Chesney on Ambrosia. Stephen Chesney on Ambrosia. Let me find that. That's got to be right in here somewhere. This is what he said, wasn't it? Ambrosia. That must have been a couple more back. Hold on a second. Yeah, 180. That is sold to Stephen Chesney. Greg Brummett on Blood Rock 2. That's sold to Greg Brummett. Jedit on IB, I believe. Or was that... yeah, Isley Brothers. That's sold to Jedit. Okay, let's see here. The Beatles did ask for... The Beatles catalog did get a price increase. That came directly from Apple. I always thought their stuff was actually cheap compared to what a lot of other new records cost. So yeah, you'll notice the price on all the new Beatles LPs. Abbey Roads, they used to retail for like $26.97. I think they jumped up almost $10 per LP. So yeah, that was I guess Paul McCartney and Yoko and George Harrison's wife. They just made a bunch more money. Commander Cody, Flying Dreams. Commander Cody is $10. Ozark Mountain Daredevils, $7.50. But they've been underpriced. I mean, compared to other stuff, it's not like they jumped. They were just getting up to where everybody else was, is what I've noticed. Phil Austin and Roller Maidens from Outer Space, $7.50. And Voyage to Uranus. Voyage to Uranus. And that is Atmospheres featuring Clive Stevens and Friends. I don't remember even showing that the first time. $10. I would have remembered that title for sure. George Benson, Bad Benson. I'm about to sneeze. I could have took my mic off. Excuse me. George Benson is $10. And Atlanta Rhythm Section is $10. Atlanta Rhythm Section is $10. I think what needs to come down is stuff, what I call new artists. Miley Cyrus's new album came out this week. If you notice, I didn't even have it. I think after our markup by the MSRP, we have to charge almost $55 for it, which I was like, that's a lot. And I'm not going to order a bunch of them. We probably could sell them, but I mean, that's just asking a lot for a new album on vinyl. And then all the other new artists. I think even Taylor Swift stuff is expensive. I mean, it's like $50 for a new LP. 55 or something, 59, 60 almost. So those seem pretty inflated. Of course, they can get that kind of money, so they do. Atlanta Rhythm Section, Champagne Jam, that's $5. Jazz at the Philharmonic, the rarest concerts, $10 for Jazz at the Philharmonic. Chaz Jankel is $7.50. And You'll Never Walk Alone, Mahalia Jackson, $5 for Mahalia Jackson. J.J. Johnson Sextet, that's a VG Plus, $15. And Marian Maiden by It's a Beautiful Day, VG Plus, $7.50. John Ambrosic on George Benson. Steve Bosford on Champagne Jam, Atlanta Rhythm Section. Bert Jordan on second on Atlanta Rhythm Section. Scott was third, and Alex Roman wants Mahalia Jackson. Mahalia Jackson, that's sold to Alex Roman. Intruders Super Hits. Intruders is $10. We have If 3. $10 on If 3. The Ides of March, Common Band, $12.50. Janice Ian, Between the Lines is $5. Toll Condition, that was the Jethro Tull earlier. Let me find that. Jethro Tull, A Passion Play. We have no condition notes on it. The cover does show some wear. VG Plus. Let's see if it's got the book. It does have the playbill that came with it from nice green chrysalis. Very, very nice on the vinyl. That's $10. The cover is the issue. It's not a pristine cover, but it's not beat either. That is $10. Let's see. Back in the Fold. That is sealed for $20 back in the fold. Bruce Johnston going public. That is also sealed for $15. Alex Johnson, Skipping Stone, $7.50. And Alex Johnson Still Alive, $7.50. Yes, if you're local and you come in here, people can look through these crates. They're everywhere. But like these were out in the store today at sticker price. And if anybody came in here, they would have no idea that later tonight these would be half off. So most of our locals don't even really shop here in the store. They watch from home. And then people come in and they travel and they kind of wait until we have sales, because our vintage stuff, most people shop here. But our new vinyl, yes, it's all here. You can flip through it all day, and our vintage stuff as well. So we've had people even pick stuff up in the store and they're like, you know what, Chad, I'm about to buy this, but I'm going to wait and buy it tonight on the sale. And they'll put it back in the bin, they'll leave and go home, and then they'll buy it when they're at home. It happens all the time. Johnson and Macaulay, that is on pink vinyl, $10. And Johnny and the Hurricanes is $17.50. Fred Carnell wants the Jethro Tull. Let's sell that to Fred Carnell. That was the half off price of $10. The one and only Waylon Jennings, $15 for this one. One we don't get as often. I know it's on Camden, but I think that's the way it was originally released. Chili Console, the Jazz Crusaders, $17.50. And Al Jarreau. L is for lover. That is $5 for AJ. You're So Beautiful, Charles Wright, is VG copy, $7.50. The Whites, Whole New World, is $7.50. Wright Brothers, Flying Machine, $5 gold stamp promo. The Very Funny Bob Newhart is $5. And Michael Stanley, Friends and Legends, $7.50. Brent Rabley wants Way. That was Waylon Jennings. Nice pickup there. A Portrait of Ray Charles, $10 on Ray. Shakin' Stevens is $7.50. The Guess Who, Rockin', EX copy, $7.50 for the Guess Who. Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway, $7.50. Stillwater is $7.50. Pro Call Harem, Home, that is $8. Lenny White, Venetian Summer, is EX copy, $10. And Blues, Paul Howard and Ralph Willis, that is $10. Faded Pictured Blues, $10. Jim Gray wants the Bob Newhart. That was right here. That's sold to Jim Gray. Michael Nath on the Roberta Flack. Donny Hathaway, sell that to Michael Nath. And Gary Samuels on Stillwater. Gary Waters on Stillwater. A few records left in here. We have the Eastside Kids, the Tiger and the Lamb. $10 on the Eastside Kids. Orleans, self-titled, $5 on Orleans. And Lily Tomlin. Lily Tomlin is $7.50. Scott Smith wants the Bruce Johnson if we still have it. It was somewhere right in here. Sealed Bruce Johnston. Sell that to Scott Smith. We have Justin Wilson's Wilsonville, USA, $6.50. The Best of Louis Jordan, $12.50. Katrina and the Waves, $7.50. And Scratch the Crusaders, $7.50. Craig Weatherford on Lily. That's Lily Tomlin, so did Craig Weatherford. All right, I'm going to read through these titles one more time before I go restock the bin. If you want anything, ask the price or make an offer. These records, this is like the last call before they go in some kind of discount bin here at the store. I've got an idea what I'm going to do with them. They've been here probably approaching a year or longer. So make offers. We're going to send them to you. Or if you're local, you can come pick them up. Great prices. I'll let you determine the price on some of them, as long as we're not too far apart. Right, Tanner? Right, Seth? I'm just glad Seth's here tonight. We got a help in the back too. We got somebody putting records in alphabetical order as well. All right, here we go. Atlanta pitchers. Paul Anka. Daniel Amos, Chuck Berry, Fats Domino, Art Garfunkel, Brother Dave Gardner, Frida, I think that's from ABBA, right? Stan Getz, Poco, John Denver, Commander Cody. If anybody needs any of these, just throw something out there. Ozark Mountain Daredevils, Phil Austin, Roller Maidens and Roller Maidens from Outer Space. Voyage to Uranus. What a strange name for an album. Atlanta Rhythm Section. Jazz at the Philharmonic. That's Coleman Hawkins, Gene Krupa, and Lester Young. I don't know if I showed that one earlier. $10 on that one. Chaz Jankel, J.J. Johnson Sextet. It's a Beautiful Day. The Intruders. If3. Ides of March. And Janice Ian. We have Frida. Scott, your offer fell at the wrong time because a couple other people have claimed it at sticker price. This is actually a sealed copy. It's sealed with hype sticker. Scott, it's still yours though. If you want it for 10, Scott Snee, it's yours. If not, it goes to Craig and then Marshall. And Scott J offered 5 for Michael Stanley. Let me figure out where that was. I don't remember reading that title. Michael Stanley. Let me figure out where that was. Let's see here. That's to be right in here. Michael Stanley? Let's chew on that. Or is it something I hadn't got to yet? Janice Ian. If it's something I hadn't got to yet, wait until I run across it so I don't lose my spot. I don't think I've got to that yet. So I'm going to wait on that one for a second. Friends and Legends. Or maybe I hadn't. Or maybe I'm not seeing it. Scott Snee got the Frida for $10. And then, of course, we got Gary Samuels on Ian Price. Already a couple curveballs thrown to me. So far, I've swung and missed. Or maybe that's Janice Ian. Okay. Sometimes y'all's comments are cryptic. Between the Lines, that's $5. $5. Okay, back in the fold. That is sealed. Alex Johnston, Johnson and McCauley, Johnny and the Hurricanes, the Jazz Crusaders, Al Jarreau, Charles Wright, the Whites, the Wright Brothers, Michael Stanley. There's Michael Stanley. Yeah, sell that to Scott J for $5. Not going to try to say his last name again tonight. That sold to Scott J for $5. Next was Gary Samuels on Janice Ian. That's also $5 if I can figure out what I've done with it. Mike Post on Atlanta. That had to be Atlanta Rhythm Section. Sell that to Mike Post. Gary, we've got you for Janice. Greg Rogers on Ozark Mountain Daredevils for $5. And I said AJ right. I actually can say everything correctly. I just pretend like I don't know how to say stuff for entertainment. Right, Tanner?
Sure.
Tanner said sure. Right, Seth? Ray Charles, Shakin' Stevens, The Guess Who, Procol Harum, Lenny White, Venetian Summer, Paul Howard and Ralph Willis, Orleans, Justin Wilson, Louis Jordan, Katrina and the Waves, and the Crusaders. Atlanta, not Atlanta Rhythm Section. Mike Post wanted Atlanta, not the Rhythm Section, just Atlanta. So they give that one to him instead of ARS. If anybody wants that ARS, it's available. Is there 2 Atlanta Rhythm Section? No, there's only one, and this is the only one that's left. It is self-titled, special price 2-record set, and that is $10. And we have Bert, hold on a second. We've got Louis Jordan for $8. Sell that to Michael Nath. And we got the right one pulled for Mike. And Rich Group said $5 for Orleans. Sell that to Rich Group. Okay, I'm going to go refill that. I think I'm going to step to the back and grab some out of the bins out of there, which has probably even better titles. And there's been a lot of people. Is there anybody interested in Elvis? Because I'm probably going to go grab stuff right next to the Elvis bin. And I'm going to go do that. So anybody else in here, let me know. I think Bert Jordan offered $5 for this, and then Sean offered $8. Bert was in ahead of you. Bert, if you want that for $8, it's yours. If not, it's Sean's. And if anybody else wants these, I'm putting them away for right now. And before that, Dale says Lenny $5. I'm not Lenny White, Venetian Summer. The cover's a little dinged, the vinyl's EX, but I will sell that to you for $5. On the hunt for some Jerry Reed. I might can go grab some. Some of our country stuff's in alphabetical order. I actually have some really good country records that's been in a half-off bin forever back there that we've never shown. I might can grab one of those because I need to. Alex Johnson bundle should be 3 albums. We've got these 3 here. Is that including this one? The half off prices are 10, 750, and 750. I'll do 6, 6, and 8. That's $20, right? 6, 6, and 8. That's $20 if you want those. Ryan Anderson. And that's like buy one, get 2 free. And 5 for Johnny and the Hurricanes. Clay Moore, let's make that. Let me take a look at it. Let's make that one 8. And I'll sell that to you, Clay. Let's make that a few more dollars. I'll sell that to you. Johnny and the Hurricanes. All right, anybody else? Let me just keep these handy just in case. I don't want to mix them up and then somebody want to come back on something. So I'm just going to keep those. I'll just go grab a new empty crate. Give me about 30 seconds to step to the back and I'll restock a bin. I'll take my phone with me so I can see comments, see what y'all are saying while I'm back there. Angela said both John Denver for 7. We'll go ahead and do that for Angela. And I'll show what Elvis albums we have. Let me pull those John Denvers for Angela. Okay, I'm walking back up front. I don't know if y'all can hear me when I'm back there, but if you can, congratulations. If you can't, I'm sorry. I can tell you how many Elvis records we're selling. Y'all know our bins here in the store, right? It's usually about 2 crates full. It's about the length of a record bin, you know, you would see at a record store. That's what we have in the back. I had 2 entire bins full of Elvis records. This is all I have left. That's how many we've sold here at the store at Sticker. A lot of people come in. I said, we got to get them all pulled and separated. Since that movie, I've just seen recently a surge on Elvis. Used to, we almost would laugh about him. Not at Elvis himself. He's obviously a rock and roll king. But he just sold so many records. It's like Pablo Cruz. There's so many of them out there. We almost got disgusted. We had so many. But now, it's like we can't put them out fast enough. So things change. This is sold to Clay Moore, Johnny and the Hurricanes for $8. And these 2 are sold to Angela for 7. Okay, so we've got Elvis stuff at sticker price whenever I get to it. And you will claim by the name of the album. The rest of these are half off. These are some probably a little bit more recent titles. So let's see what we have in here. Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66. Yi Me Lee. $7.50. I'll go through the Japanese stuff in just a second. I'll do it all as a buy it now. I'll do that in just a second before it gets too late. Heart, Straight On from Dog and Butterfly. That is a 12-inch promo. $7.50 for Heart, Straight On. The Ohio Express, Beg, Borrow, and Steal. $15 on that. Is Lisa Marie Presley on vinyl? No, she's not. I don't think she probably had some stuff, maybe 45s from the 90s maybe, or whenever she first started recording, but I don't think there's really any of her stuff out there on vinyl. If it is, it's very, very scarce. The Outsiders, Happening Live. The Outsiders is $12.50. Swallow, Out of the Nest, $10. There's that same Outsiders, her last album. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, or something recent. That also would make sense, or something recent. T-Cell, My Belle Amie, that is $10. Takes me a while to say that properly. I like that song. Orville Stober, Songs, $7.50. Michael Nath wants the Heart single. That's sold to Michael Nath. Michael's a Heart buyer. I like Heart. They are so, we don't talk about how great Heart is, especially their first two albums. They were amazing duo, the Wilson sisters. Pickety Witch, $10 for Pickety Witch to be that talented. The Marquettes, Out of Limits, that's in shrink wrap, $12.50. The Marquettes. Ahmad Jamal, Tranquility. Ahmad Jamal, Tranquility. That is $12.50 for Ahmad Jamal, Tranquility. The Delmore Brothers, Volume 2, Singing My Troubles Away. The Delmore Brothers is $6.50. Three Dog Night, Hard Labored. It is the censored cover, $10. There's a cover of this album where this is a rubber band that they actually, a sticker they put on here. Of course, it looks like this baby doll is like giving birth to a record, and they censored that. It's actually really hard to find one. I think I've only ever had one, and that's been before I was even doing Facebook sales, so very scarce. That's $10 for Hard Labor. The Platters, Encore of Golden Hits, $5, and The Little Story of the Littlest Outlaw, a Disney record, $10. Burt Jordan wants Storm Grace Price. I don't remember seeing anything like that. Storm Grace. I don't see that in here anywhere. What is that exactly, Burt? Mod Jamal, so to Ryan Anderson. Brent, you were second. Ron Duffield on Three Dog Night, and Michael Nath on The Platters. By the way, these are all half-off prices, I'm telling you. The Box Top Super Hits, $10. The Letter, Cry Like a Baby, Neon Rainbow, that's $10. Dave Brubeck, Instant Brubeck, that is $7.50 for Dave Brubeck. And Arlo Guthrie, Alice's Restaurant, VG Plus $7.50. There's the two-tone label. Earlier tonight, we had a mint tricolor label. That's $7.50. Brent Rabley on the Box Tops. Kenny Rogers is $5. That's a self-titled album. Martin Denny, Hawaii Tattoo. Martin Denny, known for his Exotica. This is $5 for Hawaii Tattoo. Slappy White, At the Club Harlem. Slappy White, $7.50. That's on the Chess label. Sean Furman on Dave Brubeck. That's sold to Floyd. Sean. The Phoenix Concerts Live, Jon Stewart in shrink wrap, $12.50. Naughty Sweeties Live. That is $6.50. Naughty Sweeties Live, $6.50. New Heavenly Blue. That is Educated Homegrown is the name of the artist. $10. That's in shrink wrap. Stone Ground. Stone Ground is $10. Wes Bruce and Lang. Why don't you? Just $10 on that one. Somebody's going to grab that. Groovin' with the Soulful Strings. That's a VG Plus now for $5. And who do we have here? Looks like Sam Cooke. Nope. Wilton Fedler, Secrets. I was about to say, it's probably a Sam Cooke album, wouldn't be left behind. $5 for Wilton. The Nice, Hang On to a Dream with Keith Emerson. That is $10. Angela Leckington wants the Arlo Guthrie. That's Alice's Restaurant. That's sold to Angela. Robert Goulet, This Christmas I Spend With You. Robert Goulet is $5. Rotary Connection, Peace. That's the Rotary Connection's Christmas album. Now just $15. The Rotary Connection's now just $15. The Edgar Winter Group, Shock Treatment. Edgar Winter Group is $10. Civil Disobedience. What's that doing in here? Invention Extinction from 1996. That's now $15. Civil Disobedience. Millions of Dead Cops. The Somethings. The Restarts. That's 2009 brown splatter vinyl. $15 on that. The Accused. We got some like punk mixed in here. Baked Tapes. $15. Punk and hardcore music. Vitamin X. Bad Trip. $12.50. Conflict. Increase the Pressure. 2002 Italy. $12.50. The Unseen. State of Discontent. $15. Red vinyl. Run Amuck's Inferno. $10. No Retreat. $10.96. That is $12.50. The Farts. What an interesting cover. This is $15. And first we have Red and Murphy and Co. Famous Pickers. That is $7.50. And The Village People 12-inch single from Casablanca, $5. Ron Duffield first on The Accused. Let me find that. Ron Duffield first on The Accused. That's sold to Ron. Craig Thomas first on The Unseen. And Ron Duffield on The Farts with a Z. Let's see when this was released. 2001. Interesting. I saw that they're making a movie on Casablanca Records. They were pronouncing it on the film Casablanca, but I have always said Casablanca. But I watched the trailer for that. Of course, you know, I guess it's going to tell the story of Bogart. Is that right? It looked like that's the guy that maybe the movie's about. Showed Kiss and Donna Summer and all the big artists that was on that label. Looked pretty interesting, especially if you're into records and music. Caravan, Blind Dogs at Dunstars. That's $7.50. Janie C. Riley, The Generation Gap. $5 for Janie C. Riley. Charlie Rich, Behind Closed Doors. Charlie Rich is $5. Mashed Potato Time, D.D. Sharp. $6.50. Joe Pass and J.J. Johnson. $10. Tyner and McLean. McCoy Tyner and Jackie McLean. That is $7.50. Milt Jackson is $7.50. Gold stamp promo. And what do we have here? This is Individuals. Individuals is $10. Individuals is $10. Real Taina Marie. Wild. $7.50. Burt Jordan wants the D.D. Sharp. Okay, on the Elvis records, which is coming up right now, please don't comment Elvis or EP or Presley or Elvis. Comment the name of the album. And some of them are called Elvis. I know there's at least one of those Elvis albums in here. So when you see that, just please just comment self-titled or ST for short. Jenny wants Millions. ODC. I know exactly what that is, and you can have that for $10. Be looking very soon, maybe even as soon as tomorrow. Since we're not having a sale, I'm going to work on like stickering some stuff, maybe stuff left over in these bins for in-store shoppers as soon as tomorrow for Saturday. I may actually do that tonight. So but if in the meantime, make sure you're watching our page very closely, any locals. There's about to be a huge in-store sale. We're waiting for a nice, warm 3-day weekend, especially when Ed is back from out of town. John can be here, everybody can be here, and we're probably going to be doing the biggest in-store sale we've had since Black Friday. And that's going to be kind of our spring cleaning. And stuff's going to be really cheap, including in-store vintage records. Okay, Raised on Rock, $9.99. These are all sticker price. Raised on Rock, Elvis. Come On Everybody, that's Elvis, $9.99. The Elvis Tapes is $14.99. Elvis Canadian Tribute, that's on yellow or gold vinyl, $19.99. I've got 2 of those. Having Fun with Elvis on stage, Having Fun, that's $14.99. Separate Ways. Separate Ways is $9.99. To Elvis, Love Still Burning. That's a sealed picture disc, $29.99. Need to buy a ticket to Nashville. Yeah, I'm going to try to announce it in enough time in case somebody wants to make a trip, stay here in town overnight even, that's never visited Collectco. I'm going to give everybody plenty of time. Probably going to run an ad for over a week for the weekend sale. And I'm going to try to be here myself. I know a lot of people's like, Chad, where are you? I want to be here. Tanner said, not going to happen. He went, psh, as in, I'm not going to be here, which is probably true because I'll probably be up all night getting everything ready for the sale. And then I'll actually probably be at home sleeping while the sale's going on. I kind of work down here at night. So, Girl Happy. Girl Happy is a 1965 mono Rockaway press. Now we're getting into some OG stuff. That is $24.99. Harem Scarum is pressed in 77. That's $12.99. And Almost in Love is $9.99. Let's see. Ken says he can drive here. Burt Jordan wants Separate Ways and Raised on Rock for the Elvis. And Tanner, these are sticker price. There's Raised on Rock and there is Separate Ways. I always like that cover. Separate Ways cover. Like the font, the cover itself. That's sold to Burt Jordan. And today, there's also some conspiracies that I'm not an actual person. So, I don't know. Am I? Elvis Today is $14.99. Come On Everybody, that is $9.99. Elvis, this is one of those self-titled albums I was telling you about. That's $19.99. That's 2 LPs. And Elvis Sings for Children, that is $14.99. Elvis Sings for Children. I'm going to run through the half-off prices one more time. That is all I have left in Elvis right now that is actually out on the floor for sale. But I need to go back through crates, and I probably can come up with some more. So we'll be signing records. Autographs are $25. Autographed hats are $50. And autographed photos are $100. And Seth will be taking pictures. Right, Seth? Amy Hutchings on Elvis 2. That was Elvis 2. Which one was that? Elvis 2. You might have to help me out on that one. I've got like 2 pallets of monsters that I don't really drink anymore. I may actually give those things. Might have put them on ice and give them away that day to anybody that's buys something. You can have a Fennec Chad Monster Rehab. Amy wants this one. Okay, Canadian Tribute. Do you want one of them or both of them? And give Girl Happy to Brent Rabley for $18. So that's the only one. Okay, let me read through the titles that's left here. We have Sergio Mendez, The Ohio Express, Swallow, The Outsiders, T-Set, Orville Stober, Piketty Witch, The Marquettes, The Delmore Brothers, Littlest Outlaw, and Kenny Rogers. Not that one. Not Yellow. Yellow Banner. This one. This one. The 2 LP. The 2 LP. Okay, gotcha. So if anybody wants the Canadian Tribute, it's still available. Jim Gray, we literally just sold Girl Happy. Brent Rabley said 5 on Ohio Express. Sell that to Brent Rabley for 5. What color is the label on Having Fun with Elvis? This one right here, Randall, is $14.99. This is the tan label Dynaflex Mono. Interesting. That is $14.99. Okay, where did I get to? Kenny Rogers, Littlest Outlaw. These are all buy it now, best offer, or half off or best offer. Martin Denny, Slappy White. John Stewart, The Naughty Sweeties. Educated Homegrown. Stone Ground, Wes Bruce and Lang, and The Soulful Strings. Sergio, $5. Question, what's the condition of the records of this crate? That's a great question. If I'm not telling you the condition, I don't think any of these are what we call check condition. So, for example, Wes Bruce and Lang here, I just said the price, the half-off price is $10. Let me give you an example of what that looks like. If we're not saying the condition, then we've cleaned them, and we're saying it's an EX Plus to Near Mint Minus record. They're going to look like that. They're not going to have any scratches, definitely not many scuffs. If there is a scuff like this one has, I see at least one. But an EX, if a non-check condition record, can be very clean and nice, and we have, of course, guarantee it. I don't think there is a check condition record in this entire bin. I don't recall seeing any. Yeah, here's one. Yeah, there's several, actually. Soulful Strings. So this is a VG Plus. This is a VG Plus. So if you want to ask, go right ahead. We see a VG Plus. It's got several. It looks like it's got some acidic transfer, and there's a scuff there, a scuff there. None of them are feelers. If they were, it would mark it down to a VG. There's another mark. Can't feel it. Probably nothing that's going to create condition issues. All right, so we sold Sergio. Alan wants Wes, Bruce, and Lang. Alan claimed that one. That was $10. Alan bought last night. Is that Alan Totten? Is that how you say your last name? Okay, this was the, let me figure out where I was. Wilton Fedler. I hope that answered your question about condition. That is $5. Wilton Fedler. The Nice. Let me just read through titles, make offers, or you can ask the price. Robert Goulet, The Rotary Connection, Edgar Winter Group, and Civil Disobedience. Totten. Okay, thank you, Alan. Alan bought from us last night for the first time. Brent, you were second on West. What is the Milt Jackson and condition? Is that earlier in the crate, or is that near the front? And let me find that. Let's go ahead and sell Ryan Anderson Naughty Sweeties for $5 and Civil Disobedience. I don't want to do that. Actually, how much do I have on that one? Okay, that's okay. The half off price on this is $15. Some of these will be easy sales on Discogs, probably for those sticker prices. So some of these punk records, I may can discount them a little bit more, but I can't make those go into that $5 category. But the half off price on that is $15. Some of these punk records, I know it's been, how long has that been here? That's been here now, well, next month it's been here a year, but it can go on Discogs. We can sell them for probably close to that. But I would rather sell them to y'all. So Vitamin X, Bad Trip. I'm telling you the half off price. Yellow vinyl, $12.50. And Conflict, Increase the Pressure. That was $12.50. I will sell that though for $10, even though I kind of hate to. We sold one earlier for $10 out of there. Run Amok's Inferno. That is $10. No Retreat, $10.96. That's $12.50. And Red and Murphy and Company, Famous Pickers, Pall Mall Reds. That is $7.50. Punk Bundle. You got that one for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 left. $12.50, $12.50, 10, and $12.50. Yeah, $40 for the 4 of them. 4 left, $40 for the 4 of them. That is a fantastic deal. What else do we have in here? Village People. Village People. If anybody wants prices, let me know. Caravan, Janie C. Riley, Charlie Rich, Joe Pass, J.J. Johnson, McCoy Tyner. What did somebody ask about? Milt Jackson. Okay, give me 1 second. Right here it is. Milt Jackson is $7.50. This is from that radio station we bought out. By the way, they called me the other day and said they had, when we were there, we wasn't interested. I don't know, maybe if y'all think you're interested, I'm going to go back and try to buy them. They were a jazz radio station. Of course, we bought their inventory. They had a lot of other really cool stuff, including soundtracks. But they've got over 5,000 jazz CDs. And I've just got to go get them. I mean, I've got to go buy them. But I figured they're probably worth getting, if anything, eventually putting them on Discogs. But we have already 10,000 CDs in the back I hadn't touched in months or years. So Milt Jackson with Monty Alexander, Ray Brown. But if there's somebody interested in that, let me know. The Impressions, Flamingo, El Thrua, Good Bait, FSR, Reggae Later, Close Enough for Love, and Captain Bill. And but yeah, I don't know what I would do with 5,000 jazz CDs. That's a lot of space. Take a lot of boxes to go get those. But I got to do something soon. Edgar Winter, $5 to Gary Samuels. And let me know if you need any more information on that. These are sold to Brent Rabley, 10, 10, 10, 10. And that's sold to Gary Samuels for $5. Tony's going to get the Milt Jackson for $5. Tony Caldwell. Tony, is that your first purchase with us? Did I skip this one earlier? Individuals. This looks like another jazz record. Bob James, Bobby Humphrey, Eric Gale, Maynard Ferguson, Stanley Clark's on here. Steve Kahn, Ronnie Foster, Lonnie Liston Smith. That's called Individuals, $10. The Real Taina. It's not Tina, it's Tanya. That don't look like Tanya either, is it? Real Tanya Marie, maybe? $7.50, and then, of course, all the Elvis records. One more time on those. Elvis. If somebody wants an Elvis bundle, I will gladly do that. One each of all the titles, I will make you a deal. And Tony says first purchase. Okay, thank you and welcome. Make sure you message our page, which is CollectCo. Send us a message with your email address and your mailing address. We're going to send you a message right now. Be sure you reply to that with that information. We're going to invoice you on Monday. We're most likely going to have another one of these events on Saturday night. And that's where you can tune in again and add to your order. The more you can buy, the more it will all ship for $7. So hopefully you can tune in. We do invoicing once a week. We don't combine orders. So if you don't buy something Saturday, whatever you bought this week is $7. And then if you buy again from us next week, it's $7 as well. Let me go get Jerry Nichols. Yes, you were our first. You've been watching us for, I think, a year. You bought something last night. I sent you a reply. We invoice on Mondays. Let me grab some records out of this bin over here. Got a few more. I grabbed those that came out of the back. Let me grab some of these over here. And let's do some more half-off stuff. Lots of records. Every one of these John has cleaned and sleeved and priced. It's almost incredible, actually, how many records he's over the last couple years. I know we've ordered labels. I don't know how many packs of labels we've ordered. That's how I've been trying to keep up with it. I was actually thinking about it last night. A pack of labels, I think, are 50,000. And I know we've went through several boxes of labels. Of course, we've priced other stuff, toys, knives, Funkos, posters, other antiques, toys, board games, but we've priced, yeah, let's go through the Japanese stuff first. We've priced hundreds of thousands of records for sure. It's amazing. And most of them aren't here. You won't find anything in the store. It's all gone. Anything from 2020, 2021, it's all gone. There's nothing in here older than probably, at this point, a year. And if it is, it's about to be gone. So, major turner. How much for the Elvis bundle? Let me find that. Elvis bundle. The Girl Happy did sell. Sometimes we get fountain pens. Yes, Ken, sometimes I get those in estates. Are you a collector? If so, I'll keep you in mind. But yes, sometimes we get those. The Elvis bundle. One of each. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That leaves Canadian Tribute as the only duplicate. Let's see. Who asked? Rosie? Let's see. 1, 2. Let's see. That was 10, 15, 15, 20. I'll mark that one down significantly. Most of them are 10 and 15. If you're buying all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $80. $80 for 10 of them. They're all different. That's 10 Elvis albums, $80. If Rosie doesn't take that, that's up for grabs if anybody else wants it. Don't want the picture disc. Well, I've put that in there as well as $8. So, kind of like a part of it. 10 for 80. That one is going in, same price as all the others. Girl Happy sold. And if anybody wants anything in here, these have never been shown. These are first come, first served Japanese pressings. I'm going to tell you the price. Their sticker price, not really any of them discounted right now. Maybe a little if you're wanting to pick out 2 or 3 because we have not put them up for auction before. We have Boz Skaggs. That is $29.99. They're all near mint and pristine with obi and inserts unless I say otherwise. Boz Skaggs, Silk Degrees, $29.99. The Romantics, self-titled, $39.99. Stevie Wonder, In Square Circle, $34.99. Kenny Rogers, Greatest Hits, $34.99. Michael J. Fox, In Secret of My Success soundtrack, $39.99. The Beatles, 67 to 70. This looks like it has, I see both books and inserts. $74.99 for the Beatles 67 to 70. $74.99. Toto Isolation, $39.99. Close Encounters is $39.99. Ultravox New Europeans, $39.99 for Ultravox. Duran Duran, that was $44.99. Seven and the Ragged Tiger. Michael Schenker Group is $49.99. Michael Schenker Group. The Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer, $34.99. Chicago 16, that was $29.99. Chicago 16. These are all near mint pristine. The Commodores, that one is called Ballade. Maybe. I've never seen that. Ballade. The Commodores was $29.99. Randy Meisner is $24.99. Billy Joel 52nd Street, $34.99. Dinah Ross Best Collection, $29.99. The Monkees, this looks like a compilation, $39.99 for the Monkees. Glenn Frey, The All-Nighter, $29.99. Sheila E., The Glamorous Life, $29.99. Footloose soundtrack is $39.99. That's in shrink wrap with obi. Gladys Knight and the Pips, New Best, is $29.99. And Jackson Browne, Lives in the Balance. That is an EX record, $24.99. Rosie's going to pass on the Elvis bundle. Does anybody want those for $80? I'm going to put them back over here in the Elvis bin. Anybody want those for $80? Nigel wants SE. And we have Brent Rabley, 30 on the Romantics. Nigel on SE. That was Sheila E. Sell that to Nigel Rocket. And the Romantics. Let me take a look at this one. Sell that to Brent Rabley for $30. John Lennon, I think we had this one up the other night. Shaved Fish, $49.99. Tony Caldwell wants the Jackson Brown. And there's the Beatles Red. So we got both in here. Both of them look very nice and complete as well. $74.99. The Beatles 20 Greatest, $59.99. I never did run that one. Staying Alive soundtrack, $39.99. Another copy of Thriller, $59.99. New Best Soul, we had that one last night, $34.99. And the only Japanese 7-inch that has not sold this week, the Eagles, Please Come Home for Christmas, that is $19.99. That is Japanese stuff that we never did put up tonight. Okay, I'm going to have to do a speed run through this last crate, but we can do it. Another bin of half off very quickly. And John Porter said Charlie Rich for $5 behind those Elvis. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure that's what the half off price was. Yes, sell that Charlie Rich to John Porter for $5. That's the half off price. And Tim Besaw said he'll take the Elvis bundle. Okay. Tim, do you want the other Elvis Canadian Tribute in there to make 11 of them for $88, or are you good just for these 10? Let me know. I've got you down for those 10 for $80. If you want that other, Tim, if you want that other Canadian Tribute for $8, let me know. In with that bundle. Okay. Stan Freberg presents the United States of America. $5 on that. Aretha Franklin. This is La Diva. Aretha Franklin, La Diva in shrink wrap. $10. Michael Franks, The Art of Tea. $5. Jackson Brown, Late for the Sky. Jackson Brown is a VG Plus, $5. Four Tops, Night Lights Harmony. Four Tops is $7.50. 60 Greatest Hits of Dion and the Belmonts. Dion and the Belmonts, that is $13.50. $13.50. Joe Eli, Noda, lot of lovin'. What's that say? Musta not got a lot of something. $10 on Joe. Another one, that is also $10. Dear Friends, The Firesign Theater is a VG Plus, $7.50. And Elephant's Memory, Songs from Midnight Cowboy. Everybody's talking. $15. That's in shrink wrap. The Electric Flag, The Band Kept Playing. That is in shrink wrap, $10. And Jackson Brown, Hold Out, $7.50. Tony Caldwell, let's see here. Aretha Franklin, first to Jet It. Or I did that the other way around. Jet It first to Aretha Franklin, and Brent Rabley wants the Dion box set. Jackson Brown, that is sold to Tony. I thought that was an offer, but that was the half off price. Okay, Dion and the Belmonts together, that is $10. Rick Derringer, Spring Fever, $10. Dillard, Hartford and Dillard is $10. 2001, Diodato, $10. Diodato Prelude, $10. Somebody needs to grab that. I can't make this out. Randy Dennison's Collage on Mega. That is $10. Let's see what we have here. Delegation, The Promise of Love, $15. And the Del Fuegos, Stand Up. That is in $10 in shrink wrap. Bobby Darin and Johnny Mercer, Two of a Kind. VG Plus, $7.50. Mr. Bassman, All the Hits. Johnny Symbol, $17.50 on that one. Tim, first, Wayne said 8 on Elephant's Memory. Go ahead and sell that to Wayne. Tim says he'll take all, so also for $8. Let's mark that in. We have no, our Elvis bin is now empty again. That is sold to Tim, also for $8. Tony Caldwell says Jackson Brown second. Was there another Jackson Brown in here? This one as well. That's also sold to Tony. Aaron Gardner on both Diodato Preludes. Those are sold to Aaron Gardner. And Scott Smith on Rick Derringer. Rick Derringer, right here. Got it. Okay. Burton Cummins, My Own Way to Rock. That is $7.50. Sophomoric, The Congress of Wonders. Sophomoric is $7.50. Ghetto Blaster Crusaders, $7.50. The Crusaders, Free as the Wind, $7.50. The Creek is $5. Crawler, Snake, Rattle, and Roll, $10. Crack the Sky, $10. And Country Joe McDonald Paradise with an Ocean View, that is $10. How much were the Electric Flag? That was $10 in shrink wrap. Country Joe McDonald, that's a MoFi pressing, $22.50, was $44.99. Country Funk is $15. In My Life, Judy Collins, $7.50 for Judy Collins. That's from 1966. Waiting for a Miracle, Bruce Coburn, 2LP, $10. And The Carpenters, Voice of America. That is a sealed copy, $10. Fred wants Crack the Sky and Flag. There's Crack, and there is Flag somewhere. Electric Flag. That's sold to Fred Carnell. Lee Clayton is $10. Chi Coltrane, $10. The Classic Jazz Quartet, 1950, 60, 76. 1950, 60, 70, 86. 1986. $10. The Classic Jazz Quartet. Kim Carnes Voyeur, or Voyar, $5. City Boy, the City Boy, or City Boy, Book Early, that is $7.50. And Chic is $5. Another Chic, Risque, $5. The Checkers is $10. And Harry Chapman, Greatest Stories Live, $10. How much was Coburn? Bruce Coburn is $10. Jay Sanders. Gene Chandler and Jerry Butler, that's $10. Cartoon is $12.50. I think this was produced by Jimmy Page, or he has some kind of ties to this. Maybe even plays on it. It's on Atlantic, so I believe so. That is $12.50. Kim Carnes, Sailing, is $5. And Captain Beefheart, Unconditionally Guaranteed. That is $17.50 for Captain Beefheart. Looks like a nice copy. Captain Beefheart, $17.50. Sean says 8 for both Chic albums. I used to say Chick. And he's like, no, Chad, that's Chic. Sell those for $4 and $4 to Sean. Derek Hartman wants the Cartoon record. That's sold to Derek at half off. Clay Moore says Dion 8. Was that this one right here, Dion the Belmonts Together? If so, sell that to Clay for 8. Ryan Anderson gets the Captain Beefheart. Nigel was second. And what was the MoFi? That was Country Joe McDonald, Paradise with an Ocean View. And that's from probably in the mid-70s, mid-late 70s when that was made. $22.50. Captain and Tennille, Love Will Keep Us Together, $5 for Captain and Tennille. The Swole Package, Capital Tax, $15. Canned Heat, One More River to Cross. Canned Heat is $10. The Candy Men, White Label Promo, $15. Tim Buckley, Greetings from L.A., $12.50. Tim Buckley. Caldria is $10. Butts Band, Here and Now. The Butts Band, $12.50. Jackson Brown, Lawyers in Love, is $7.50. And Brand X Livestock, $10 on that. Stephen Chesney on Captain. That was probably Captain and Tennille. That's sold to Stephen Chesney. Alan Totten on the Canned Heat. That's sold to Alan. Jonathan Berg, you were second on Captain. Brent, we've already sold Canned Heat. And Jared, we've already sold Canned Heat. There's another Brand X. Well, that's different colors. Brand X Livestock. One's in red and one's in yellow. They are both, one's 10 and one's $7.50. The Bullfights. This looks like an early RCA Victor record. This is a VG Plus $7.50. The Bullfights. Bullfighting music. But I still have the Tim Buckley, Brent. That's still in there. Bulldog Smasher, $10 for Bulldog. Buck Acre, Morning Comes, $10. Shirley Brown for The Real Feeling. Shirley Brown is $7.50. Alicia Bridges is $5. Vernon Beat Ram Pam Pam. The Mighty Vernon Beat Pam Pam. VG copy for that, $5. The Barracudas is $12.50. And Balance is $5. Let's see. Let's sell Bruce to Jay Sanders for $8. Patrick Lear, the Country Joe, for $17. And let's see here. Michael Nath, the bullfights for $5. Plan on becoming a bullfighter, Michael. That's what you got to train to. And last few in here was Aztec two-step, $10. Hoyt Axton is sealed, $10. And Hoyt Axton, where did the money go? That's sealed, $10. Okay, let me go through those. Last call on this crate. It's officially Friday morning. It's been Friday morning if you're watching on the East Coast. United States of America, Stan Freeberg, Michael Franks, The Four Tops, Joe Eli, Firesign Theater, Randy Dennison's, Dillard Hartford Dillard, Delegation, Del Fuegos, Bobby Darren and Johnny Mercer, Burton Cummings, Johnny Symbol, Sophomoric, Crusaders. There are 2, Sean, so far. Ghetto Blaster and Free as the Wind. The Creek, Crawler, Country Joe McDonald, that's a non-MoFi pressing. Country Funk, Judy Collins, The Carpenters, Lee Clayton, Chi Coltrane, The Classic Jazz Quartet, Kim Carnes, City Boy, The Checkers, Harry Chapman, Gene and Jerry, Kim Carnes, The Swole Package, The Candy Men, Tim Buckley is sold to Brent Rabley for $5. Tony, I've already got Lawyers pulled for you, I'm pretty sure. We've already got that one pulled for you. Jedit said SB for $5. SB for $5. Let me figure out what that was. SB was, let me know what that was, Jedit. We have Caldria, $10. The Butts Band, $12.50. Oh, no, we didn't. I hadn't already pulled that for you. My bad. Sell that to Tony for $5. Tony Codwell, $5 on that. Jedit's going to let us know what SB was. Derek wants a Randy Dillinson and Candyman bundle. There's the Candyman, and here's the Randy Dennison. That is Derek's, and see, 10 and 15. I'll do another $5 off. 10 and 15. That's 20 for both of them. 20 for both of those, Derek. 10 and 10. Next comment was Derek Hartman, City Boy, best price. I don't think I've got back around to that one yet. Let me find City Boy. Where are you, City Boy? Right here. City Boy, that is $6. $6 if you want that, Derek. Sean offered 8 for both of those. Sell those to Sean for 4 and 4. And then we have Craig on the Dell. That's the, I'm assuming the Del Fuegos. Is that right? If so, sell that to Craig Thomas for 5. We're going to sell Aaron Gardner one of the brand X's, which we still have, for 5. That's sold to Aaron Gardner. And Derek said sold on City Boy for 6. And now we're just waiting for Derek on this. And Clay Moore wants the Barracudas at half off, which is something I don't think I have got to yet, have I? Let's see. Caldria, Butts Band, where did I get to? Brand X, Bulldog, Buck Acre, Shirley Brown, Alicia Bridges, Vernon Beat, Barracuda. Sell that to Clay Moore. That's at half off. Derek Paris gets these 2 for, let's see, what did I say? 10 and 10? Yeah. 20 for both of them. Balance was $5, Aztec two-step, and then 2 Hoyt Axtons. And then Nigel says VOA. Cheryl Brown. I don't remember saying that name. Hoyt Axton, Aztec two-step, Balance, Vernon Beat, Alicia Bridges. Shirley Brown, got it right here. It's right here. Cheryl Brown, $5. That was sold to Jedit. And Jeff H, 10 for Swole Package. Sell that to Jeff H for $10. Anybody else? I'm going to read through those one last time before we call tonight. I didn't realize my camera was so crooked. Hoyt Axton, Aztec two-step, Balance, Vernon Beat, Alicia Bridges, Buck Acre, Bulldog, 1 Brand X left, Butts Band, Caldria, Kim Carnes, Gene Chandler, Jerry Butler, Harry Chapman, The Checkers, Kim Carnes, Classic Jazz Quartet, Chi Coltrane, Lee Clayton, The Carpenters, Judy Collins, Country Funk, Country Joe McDonald, Crawler, The Creek, The Congress of Wonders, Johnny Symbols, Burton Cummings from the Guess Who, Bobby Darin and Johnny Mercer, Delegation, Dillard, Hartford Dillard, The Firesign Theater, Joe Eli, Four Tops, Michael Franks, and Stan Freeberg. Does the Kim Carms have Betty Davis eyes? No, it does not. Jeff H. wants Balance at half off, and John Miller said 5 on Buckacre. Nigel said 5 on the Carpenters. Let me find that. That's so to Nigel for 5. Derek Paris takes Country Acre, Country Funk, not Country Acre, and that's at 10. That's at half off. Try again since they didn't move. George Thurgood, Self-Titled, Move Over, and Maverick for $45. You're wanting those for 15, 15, and 15. Let me figure out where I did with those. Let me see if I put them in this bin. Let me see here. Which 3 did he say? Self-Titled, Move Over, and Maverick. There's Maverick. There's Self-Titled. And there's Move Over. Sell those for $45. That's the 3 of those. That's the 3 of those to John Ambrosic. 15, 15, 15. Derek Price, the Country Funk was $15 after the half off. It's Phil Collins on the Brand X. Wayne and then, or Brent, then Wayne asked Diet and Crawler. This Phil Collins is on lead drums. Yes. That one is $7.50. Wayne or Brent, let me know if you want it. And then we had Wayne offered 8 for Crawler and Brand X. Let's go ahead and put them down. Well, we'll see what Brent says first. And then John Miller, Dillard, Hartford, and Dillard for 5. Sell that to John Miller for 5. And sell the Country Funk to Derek for $10 whenever you get to that one. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell Brent Rabley Brand X for 5. You want that one now. And then Wayne, if you're okay with it, I'll sell you Crawler for 5 as well, if you want that. Just let me know. And I think we have reached the conclusion of tonight's live Facebook event. There's not going to be one tomorrow night. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be posting stuff. I will probably be posting lots of things, probably pre-orders, and I'm going to try to have some flip crates ready so we can basically be selling stuff even though we're not live. I may post some flip crates at like 6 o'clock tomorrow to keep you entertained, some recaps or anything. And Partridge Family and John Fred about 4 crates back for $20. Let me try, I know where the Partridge Family is, but let me try to find John Fred. We'll write that down, Bert. I'll sell those to you, but I've got to find them. It's going to take a couple times. So, Hoyt Axton, if you want both of these, $16 for both of them. They're both sealed. They're both sealed. In same crate. Okay, I will find those and sell them to you for $20. I just got to find them. Anybody else? Anything in here? I'm already going to walk around, start disabling the mic, getting ready to call it quits. You'll see me live again. Like I said, that doesn't mean I probably won't be posting stuff tomorrow, but we'll be back live again most likely Saturday night. And then by tomorrow night, if we're not going to have a sale, I will let y'all know. And I keep wanting to say Toy Caldwell because that's the guitarist in Marshall Tucker, but it's Tony. Sell those 2 Hoyt Axtons for $16. You got it. Okay, thanks everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. And yes, we have Alice in Chains Dirt. They are $38.99 if you want one. Alice in Chains Dirt, and we have Facelift. They are both $36 and $38.99. Going twice, going 3 times. Have a good Friday night.